Hi. This video is going to be a little different. Um, Before I get into my journal, let's see, everything that's happened from the 24th to the 30th, I just wanted to talk for a little bit. So as I might have mentioned in maybe the first video or a few videos, I had to do this video journal for a class. The class was, something assigned by the university that I go to, where when you're undeclared, you're given this class. And it sort of is there to give you like a experience in being a college student before, you have to sort of sit down and student in college. Um, and I did this journal. It wasn't originally meant to be a video journal. Originally, it was just going to be audio journal entries. But I decided, why not make it videos? It's not too much harder. And granted, uh, the final project was meant to be a podcast for this, but I don't think I'll be able to really do that with this. So I guess it feels a little bittersweet. Now, as much as I haven't really been keeping up with producing these, I had fun making them. Like, it wasn't too much work. It was difficult to find a recording space, sure, but they aren't bad. To be honest, they've been fun at times. Now, I know no one really watches these, but I don't know. This might be my last video. And if it is, and you're watching this however long from now, just know that my first semester in college went well. Sure, there were times where I got really stressed and felt like hopeless, but for the most part, I had a good time. And I want these videos to reflect that. Because oftentimes, it's hard to look at a broader scale is the word for it. A broader scale when it comes to life or college or anything. The most provocative moments are typically bad ones. The little things, the really little things. A good hash brown. Maybe a cold glass of water. I'm thinking about food, it's very late. A good night's sleep. An easy homework assignment. A kiss from someone you love. A hug from a friend. These really little moments. We don't think too hard about them, do we? They happen, but they seem to just blend in with everything. Maybe a brighter color than the other mixtures, but they still blend with all the other colors. So, I hope that if you are seeing this, that you can understand that you're gonna be okay, and things went okay for me. I appreciate you watching this far, even though I haven't really gotten into the journal. Not that I even begin to pretend like I know why you're watching this. But if it's just to hear me talk, sure, we'll talk then. Thank you. And if you want to me to continue making these, I can, but I don't know. This might be my last, so thank you. Now, where was I? The 24th, right. So, as I talked about at the end of the last video, I was driving up to Canada with my family. 24th was Thanksgiving Day, but my mom kind of was like, why spend all this money on family members and a big meal and all this food when we could just go to Canada? To the Christmas market. So that's what we did. And on the 24th, we woke up and did a short 3-hour tour of the city. It was Thanksgiving. We just chilled. That night we explored the Christmas markets, and they were really pretty. The German Christmas markets in Canada were so pretty. There's like a warm vibe to them, and lots of good, tasty food, cheese and sausage and bread and chocolates and all these good sweets and stuff. And my parents, they got this like hot malt wine, and I'm 18, and it was Canada. Drinking age in Canada is 18, so I had a sip. It's not illegal. Um, yeah. And there were some funny mirrors, so me and my sister got some good pictures of those. And we even got some warmer clothes, which we are going to need because, it got chilly and I was only in a sweatshirt. Next day was Friday the 25th. We saw a really cool waterfall that morning. And then we like drove around this little island, just like sort of seeing the countryside, and it was really cute. It was really, really cute, and I enjoyed just going on a car ride, eating a croissant. It's little things. That afternoon I worked on homework while my family went to an art museum. Apparently they said it was really good, but I don't know. I needed the time over the break to do a little bit of homework. At night, more Christmas markets. Yippee. Uh, Again, just exploring, walking around, getting my friends some gifts, some little treats, trinkets. 26. We went to the Museum of Musée des Civilisations, is how they said, but it was Museum of Civilization. I'm not going to pretend I know French. I definitely don't. So bear with me if you speak French. And we saw mummies. There was a mummified cat. There was an entire exhibit on poop. And that was interesting. There was a little bit of rain, but then that night I was working on homework again at the desk in the room when all of a sudden I hear a bunch of loud stuff coming from downstairs. There was a Krampus parade. There was a Krampus parade on the street right above, like right below where we were. So I like leaned out my phone and I got a video of it. It was really cool. They had like a giant wooden puppet of Krampus, like a giant like puppet of like Saint Nicholas, and like a bunch of little Krampus goblin dudes running around. And apparently one farted on my sister, and I did a little like fart and then ran off. I don't know. That's what my sister said. She actually got to watch the parade like firsthand, which is pretty dope. Sunday the 27th, we spent the entire day just driving home. Because again, long drive to Quebec. And not much really happened. It felt nice to sleep in my own bed, though. Again, sometimes you just miss your own covers. Monday the 28th, woke up early to drive back to college before classes. Turns out I got a really good grade on a project I was worried about. So I'll always take that. Then I had morning with dad in sociology. Sorry, I'm just messing with my hair. It's like not staying. Tuesday 29th, I had work that night and classes that day. Daylight come and we want to go home. My friend was talking to me, and they kind of worried me though, because they were talking to me about something like it felt like they like were like half asleep and they got like a brain zap. So I looked into it. Apparently, it's relatively normal to have brain zaps, which is so weird. Like, look it up. Trust me. Like electricity in the brain, or like feels like static shock in brain. Like, it's interesting. It's genuinely quite interesting. But that night after work, I got burgers with my buds, and it was nice. It was really nice to just, hang out with my friends and get burgers. Again, really little stuff like that is so overlooked, and I probably would have forgotten about that if I hadn't written it in my journal. Like, That's the entire point of this, is like the stories that don't get told about college. Sorry, there's people moving outside. I keep hearing them open and close the door. 30th, my Spotify Wraps came out. Uh, my music taste for this year was all over the place. I had work in the morning from 10 to 1. My second fencing practice, very fun. And I stayed up late that night getting some recordings of myself singing That's Life and Sandman in. So, yeah. Um, that's where my journal ends. Thank you if you watched through these. Um, Let me know if you want me to continue doing this. I know. There's no real reason to, but call me old fashioned. I do kind of enjoy journaling. Not like a written journal though, like this. This I kind of like, because writing's hard because you talk, and writing down the way you speak, you can never get the inflections or any of that down. But I don't know. Anyways, uh, until next time.